All right. Wait. I can't. This will be the intro. Just us laughing.
Yeah.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to the Two Best Friends podcast with Gina
And Kylie.
Ooh. We were like overthinking that beginning the entire time because how do you even start this? Like, I mean, it's pretty weird because we haven't done this. But we figured we would start a podcast just for fun because why not? I know there's a lot of podcasts, but there's never too many.
Never too many.
And
2024 is the year of transformations and new things.
And so just doing whatever the hell we want to do.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares what people think?
No,
right?
We don't care.
We're turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, literally. So this is literally just for fun. Like, we don't really have a rule book. We don't have this, like, guideline. We're learning as we go, and we're just sitting here as two best friends talking and going through our early 20s with you guys because, as you know, those are, like, the most transformative years.
Yeah.
So you get to hear what we're going through. You get to laugh at us and with us.
Yeah, mostly, hopefully with us.
Yeah, literally. But, I mean, what are we going to be talking about during this podcast?
Honestly, just, like, anything. I mean, I feel like for once in our lives, like, Gina and I are at two different places, which is, like, very weird for us.
Yeah.
Like, usually we're very in sync, I feel like, with our lives. And, like,
yeah, that's so
it's
true.
weird because Gina and I have pretty much gone through, like, every phase of life together.
Yeah. And we've been friends for 15 years. We calculated this the other day.
15 years?
15 years of friendship. And, I mean, you go through a lot in 15 years. You go a lot in 4 years. So imagine how much we've been through
Honestly,
in 15.
this year, too.
Oh, in just
so
1
much.
year.
Like, this year alone in 6 months has been the span of, like, 4 years. Because, like, in college, like, everything's the same.
I know. And,
like,
it's just we've been through so much. And we want to go through all of that with you. We're not going to do that today. But just know there's going to be so many episodes going through all the shit that we've been through, how we've handled it together individually and mostly as best friends. Because everything that I've gone through, you've gone through with me.
Essentially. That's the crazy part.
Yes.
And just, like, I don't know, just, like, learning how to navigate the things and, like, just, I don't know, just, like, going through life together and, like, how we have maintained our friendship through, like, everything.
I feel like that's kind of a flex, us being friends for 15 years.
My biggest flex.
I don't think many people can say that, honestly. So
not in today's, like, I feel like not in today's world.
No.
I feel like everyone, like, I mean, just think about all the people that...
I know. And, like, we've had, like, big friend groups. Like, we've been friends in all the different friend groups, essentially, and we've always come out just her and I. So
tried and true.
We literally know. I mean, it is what it is. That's what happens when you're growing up and meeting new people.
Exactly. That's part of life.
Right. So...
And I think it's, like, really fun that we were able to go through those things together and, like, just, like, experience, like, different people. Because I think, like, you meet different people and you change.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I feel like that's the thing is we've changed together. Or we have... I personally feel like I've changed a lot, but not who I really am.
Right.
I feel like we've stayed the same.
Yeah, and I also think that we're so similar, but also so different.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool about our friendship is that we do have very similar personalities, but we also have different perspectives on a lot of things, and we like different things and have different opinions, but I think that's also what makes us have a strong bond.
Yeah, but we can always, like, talk about... The thing I love about our friendship is, like, we can disagree, but we can agree to disagree about it. And it's not like I look at her differently for thinking different things, or she looks at me for thinking different things. Like, I think, like, just within the past 4 years, there's been so much going on, and we can always, like, sit down and talk about things, like, respectfully, and, like, a very, like...
Yeah, and I think we'll have, like, a whole episode just talking about friendships, too.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, like, the podcast is called Two Best Friends, but I think, like, having one episode where we just, like, talk about our, like, journey as friends, too.
Yeah.
We've been
through it. We've been through it.
Yeah, like, I mean, 15 years, I mean, yes, we've been close, like, majority of those years, but there's obviously been years where we weren't as close, and, I mean, that's, again, just different stages of life.
Yeah.
So I feel like having a whole podcast episode talking about that will be really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, going from, like, literally start
to finish.
Till now.
That's going to be a long story.
It will be a long story.
Buckle in.
Yeah, I mean, literally all the way from third grade. And we're literally 20. Oh, we're 23, if you didn't know. I guess we should, like, introduce ourselves.
I guess we should do that.
So, I will start, but my name's Gina. I am 23 years old. Obviously, we both are from the suburbs of Chicago, and I am currently an online fitness coach. So, I've been doing social media, online fitness coaching for almost 4 years now. Since graduating college, I've changed a couple career type moves, but obviously I think that could also be an episode too, like about career and stuff. But yeah, I'm an online fitness coach. I do social media, and I now currently live with my boyfriend like 15 minutes away from our hometown. And yeah, that's a little bit about me, I guess.
I feel like I don't have as much to say.
I don't know. You're 23.
I am also 23. Fun fact, Gina and I are 3 weeks apart.
Literally, I actually didn't know that until you told me that.
We are 3 weeks apart, guys.
Oh my god, it's like we were meant to be.
We were meant to be. I mean, I think my birthday is September 18th. Hers is October 10th. So literally almost 3 weeks.
Oh my god, we should have a podcast episode about like zodiac signs too.
Oh my god, I'm gonna eat it up.
Yeah, I know you got the knowledge on that.
I don't know why, like, it's honestly embarrassing to say because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you're one of those people.
No,
but
you're not like one of those people.
It's not my personality. I just find it interesting.
No, there's those kinds of people. Yeah. You're not there.
Like, I don't really think like when Mercury's in retrograde, like my life is falling apart.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bad day. It's not the fact that But anyways, I am also 23. We both lived 2 minutes apart for the longest time, and then she moved away from me. Well, I moved away first.
Oh yeah, she left first. Okay, it's her fault.
She
started this war.
I did.
I didn't just finish.
Gina's got the last word now.
Yeah,
but
literally like 3 minutes away, down the street. Mostly our entire life,
especially in high school.
Yeah,
I will say.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to be able to like drive everywhere together, and it takes 2 seconds, or like walking from each other's houses after long nights out.
Definitely.
You know, those were always really convenient times. Definitely. So yeah, we've always lived down the street, which was really nice. I mean, since 3rd grade, we've been running around these streets.
Our first play date was at her house.
First play date was
I thought
here.
We were at your pool the first time.
I told you.
Oh, there's pictures of us in your pool.
No, but the first play date was at this house because I choked on the hard candy.
We'll get into that another time. Yeah. That's a story for another time.
That's a funny story.
That gotta leave you guys hanging a little bit.
One thing about Kylie is she has the most insane memory known to man. Like, literally, I don't know how she remembers every detail.
I don't know.
It's really weird. I mean, it helps me a lot because I have really bad memory, so she kind of, like, finishes my sentences.
Gina will be, like, telling me stories, and I'll be like, that's not what happened.
Yeah, she'll tell me what happened. I'm like, were you even there? No.
I don't know. Like, I don't know why I can do that. People will tell me things one time, and I will never forget it. Or just, like, we'll be, like, it's the most stupid thing, and I'll just, like, see an outfit from that day, and I'll be like, that's what happened.
But that's what helps me is seeing photos.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't have to see a photo.
No, someone can talk, which is weird because, like, I swear sometimes, like, I feel like I'm a good listener, but sometimes I'm, like, not listening.
Yeah. It happens. I feel like we all do that, like, subconsciously. Like, sometimes we're just, like, staring, but nothing's going on up there.
It's just,
lights are on, no one's home.
Yeah. It happens to the best of us, right?
Yeah.
So we both went to Illinois State.
Yes.
Graduated a year ago. Why was I going to say 2 years ago?
Oh my God.
Why does it feel like forever?
It feels like forever. Illinois State University, go Birds. Just kidding. We're acting like we, like, have so much.
We were really not, like, immersed in the college experience, I will say. Yeah.
And that could also be another episode talking about college, because our perspective on college is so different.
Our perspective is different. I had the most insane college experience, like, just wild.
For sure.
Like, we can get into that another time as well, but I got my degree in kinesiology, specifically exercise science. I've had a few different career sort of things. Like, I was a PT tech for a while, and then I did some fitness training, and now I'm just trying to see, I really want to do, like, health coaching, so hopefully
trying to figure it the fuck out.
But
that's what we're doing. Trying to figure the fuck out. That's why we're here.
And also, like, I feel like when we're, like, 40 and we have our shit together, we can look back and be like, this, like, we can just, like, reminisce, like, just, everything
look
else.
Back at the memory, because, like, again, things get, like, lost in translation. Sometimes you forget things, but having, like, some, like, actual hardcore footage to look at and, like, watch back, it's so
like,
fun.
sometimes you send me things on Snapchat, and I'm like, did I really do that?
Yeah, no, actually.
Like, honestly, it's insane. I'm like,
I know, and I was looking at old videos today because I was trying to put together, like, a little promo video for this, like, a little montage, and I was like, oh my God, like, the amount of shit we've done, like, the funny times. I'm like, you forget, sometimes you just, like, it just goes past you sometimes, and it's good to, like, relive it and see all the fun times, and I just think that our older selves, our children, are gonna watch this.
Oh my God.
Well, actually, maybe they shouldn't watch it, but, like, it's okay. It's
I feel like
it'll be very PG, guys.
Yeah.
One thing about us is we're very PG.
We are.
Like, well, again, that's, like, part of the friendship episode, too, but, like, we'll swear. Like, I'm not saying I don't swear, but we're just, like, not...
We're not crazy.
We're not.
Gina and I are very, like, grounded individuals. Like,
very.
We're very, like,
I
feel like classy is a good word.
Yeah, we're just never been crazy.
Yeah, like, we like our routines. We go to the gym every morning.
Very simple creatures.
We don't like to drink anymore.
No. Once in a while is fine.
We go to bed at a good time.
Yeah.
We like to, like, we're just
like our
very
nicknames
structured.
all of college, and I mean, I guess not really high school, mostly college.
Yeah.
We've been known as like the grandmas of the group, and you know, that's a really big title to uphold. But it is what it is. We enjoy it.
Honestly, I could be called worse. Like, if the worst thing you're gonna call me is a grandma, that's fine. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there could be so much worse. And honestly, like, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like, I could be doing other things, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but like we have a really good balance with things.
Yeah.
Also, I think we aren't too restrictive on our schedules. Again, we'll chat about that too. But just like being able to find balance with like going out, being more in our routine, and also just like doing what the fuck feels good for us.
Yeah.
I think that's a big, and I know you can really relate to that. It's just like doing what feels good for you.
Yeah, I think like the biggest thing for me is like learning when to preserve your energy. Like, I think maturing is realizing like you don't have to spread yourself thin to make other people happy. Like, if I've been a people pleaser my entire life.
Yeah,
like,
same here.
So bad. And it's like you can get to a certain age where you're like, I just don't want to put my energy here. So like finding balance in like those things, finding balance with like moving your body and being active. College like was a massive burnout for me.
Yeah.
Like
we had some rough years in college.
Yeah. Just like nonstop, like, and some of it you can't avoid. I think like some of it just it just happens.
Yeah,
like you can't really control it. But I think like how we navigated those moments of like just the extra like workload and just like mentally not being okay.
Yeah.
Like mentally being like actually unwell.
And I think it's good that we both like had each other during those moments too, because again, we struggled through a lot of the same things together, but then also different things together too. And I think it was nice to be able to have someone who understands throughout every single phase too, because I go back to junior year of college and I know we both weren't good then.
No.
And like it was nice to have someone every step, like every single day with everything that we were dealing with. It was nice to have someone who also was understanding.
And I love us because like we're saying like having someone, but it's like sometimes like having someone is like we're not like sitting and talking. It's just the comfort of knowing like you respect my space, I respect yours.
Literally.
Like how many times were we just in our bedrooms, but it's like there's no pressure to like go out and like watch TV or like talk about something or like go out and do anything, or it's like there
were so many times that I just knew, like Kylie would come home from class all day and, you know, it's just like the energy. Like I just knew, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go in my room for a little bit. We'll meet together for dinner. If we're sitting down eating dinner, watching whatever show, and I feel that, you know, she's still just kind of like lower energy down, I'm like, okay, we're not gonna pressure her to like have a whole ass conversation or do all this, like just giving her like that space. But again, that's like years of friendship to know how to handle
that. Yeah, a lot of it's like unspoken. Like I can just like you start to feel the other person's energy of like, okay, like maybe now is not a good time to like ask you to hang out.
Yeah, and especially you though, because
you know, this again one of the ways we're different.
Literally, this is like the biggest way that we're different, because Kylie loves to kind of keep things to herself first, and then she'll open up, and it's typically like on her terms, on her time, which again, her life, she could do what she wants.
Gina
but for me, it's like when I feel something, when I'm going through something, I will tell everyone, like you'll know it right away. I don't hide it very well, whereas Kylie hides it very well, and it's hard to read, and she is not quick to open up. And that's really hard as a best friend, because when you know that she's sad, like you can tell that the energy's off. I know she's not doing well, but she's just not ready to say it yet. So as a friend, I had to learn that and be like, okay, I guess I have to wait a little bit until she's ready to tell me.
But I always do.
Right, like she gets there eventually, but I'm like, why couldn't you have told me that like 2 weeks ago?
Honestly, I think that's like my toxic trait.
No, it totally is.
I totally think it is.
That's
like,
a red flag.
It's
just kidding.
You know what? Like I can see that, and like
maybe it's
I'm
a
working on it.
maturity thing.
I don't know what it is. Like, I would just rather deal with it myself.
Yeah.
And then, like, not have other people have to, like...
And I think that also comes from the people-pleasing side of you, too, though. Because you're, like, you don't want to, I don't know, like, burden someone or kind of put your problems on someone else when you're, like, maybe it's just not that big of a deal. You don't think your problems are enough. It's, like, I think that might be, like, again, an internal battle with yourself. That
it's a mixture of that and, like, also just, like, not sometimes knowing, like, what actually is bothering me. Like, I'll just be in a mood.
I hate that.
And it's like, what do you want me to say?
I hate that
like,
so
I'm just not in a good mood.
I know. And when there's never an answer, that's probably like the worst.
Yeah, because how do you explain to somebody what you're feeling when you don't even know yourself?
Like,
do you know what I mean?
There was a time where I was literally eating eating, like, noodles, and I'd start crying.
I know what.
Like, I kid you not, just started bawling my eyes out over my bowl of noodles. Yeah. And I think, like, my boyfriend, Kevin, he was sitting next to me, and he's like, what the hell is going on? Like, he was so he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know.
Honestly, if that were me, I would probably just look at her and continue on.
Literally. And there has been times where, like, especially so we've lived together in college. Again, we'll talk about that. But we went to college for 2 years together at Illinois State University. Junior year, our apartment was smaller. So I feel like there was a lot less room to hide.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, when things were wrong, like, or if you were crying, we can hear you. You know, you can't run away. Like, you can hear when someone's crying. You know when they're not happy. You can see it. Like, you can't. So I feel like junior year, there's a lot of times where it's just, like, you're kind of just crying in the living room, and it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You just watch it happen.
Like, honestly, like, the amount of times I wanted to cry walking to class.
Yeah.
And I was, like, at a point where I didn't even care
so many times.
People saw me. Because I was, like, literally, like, I think the first week of senior year I cried, like, day one. Because I was, like,
I cried so much.
What am I supposed to do? But then it's, like, the good thing is, it's, like, we'll be crying. We'll be having one of those days. And it's, like, do you want to go get ice cream?
Yeah, oh, my gosh.
And she's, like,
that's
yes.
the best. Oh, my God. Kylie and I are just yes men when it comes to each other.
Yeah.
And that's another great thing about our friendship that I feel like makes it stronger is that we just always say yes. We don't flake. If we have something that we want to do, like, we're doing it.
Dude, I don't think we've ever flaked on each other.
We literally...
Which is, like, wild to me.
We haven't, and which is weird. And it's not, like, every single time we ask to hang out, it's, like, always a yes. It's more so, like, if we make a plan that's concrete, we're never going to not show up.
Or it's, like, Gina's, like, asking me, do you want to hang out on this day? And I'm, like, I can't today, but, like, what are you doing tomorrow?
Right.
Or, like, what are you doing next week? It's, like, there's a follow-up, like, a backup.
We never leave each other hanging.
Yeah.
Which is huge, because I know with just, like, other friendships, like, that happens a lot. And I think it's really important to find someone who is always going to be there.
Yeah.
And that's, again, why it's been 15 years
of
this.
And also, too, I mean, we can get into this another time as well, but, like, I have moved away twice in the span of, like, our friendship.
Right.
And we've never, like, grown more distant with distance.
Yeah, that's huge.
Like,
that's
always, like, be... It's like I never left.
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be, like, those friendships where you aren't talking, but it never changed anything.
Yeah.
Like, we can go, like, when she was away, like, there was 3 months of her being away, we really did not talk a lot.
Yeah, we didn't.
But when she came back, or every time she would come back, it was, like, nothing ever changed. It was the same friendship, same laughter, everything. Nothing was different.
No.
And I think that's nice to know.
But I think that's built over time. I think, like, I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes, like, that just comes with people. Like, I don't think you have to be friends for 15 years to have that, but it's, like, also the right person as well. Yeah. Like, your female soulmate, like, we always talk about, like, just, like...
Oh, for sure. Definitely a soulmate.
Yeah.
And that's not easy to find. And it's so fun. I just wish we were talking about our friendship in this episode, but we need a whole, like...
We do. We
do need, like, a whole time to talk about that, because it's just... the way we met and everything is just so funny, and it's so, like, Kylie and Gina, and you'll get that once you're listening to us.
I really hope that, like, one of these episodes, like, I'm in my crackhead mode, because
oh my God,
you will easily match it.
Yes.
It's like when Gina senses that from me, it's like she just gives it right back.
Oh my gosh.
That's the other thing. I think we match each other's energy very nicely.
Energy, like, as we're getting older, I think we're having more, like, deeper conversations, because like, as you grow and you, like, become an adult, that's just what you do, I think, more often, because when you're younger, there's nothing serious going on in your life.
Right. Like, what is the biggest thing happening?
Nothing. Like, literally where we're going to lunch next week. Like,
there's nothing.
But now, like, I think our energies do match, like, every single time, and I think we just know how to handle it.
We do.
Maturely, and it goes so well. Like, yin and yang?
Yin and yang.
See, she knows what I'm trying to say. That's what's gonna happen again too. We want to give you guys a little taste.
Has to be one of those best friends though. Like, one person is.
She's literally, like, reading my mind.
But, like, I think we check and balance each other very well.
Oh, like, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
that's huge. That's a really good way to put it. So yeah, obviously there's a lot to unpack with the friendship, and there's just so much we want to chat about. Like, even not just, like, our friendship, but just our own lives, like, what we love, what we do, and just, like, unsolicited shit that we want to talk about. Like, we're not The biggest thing we want to preface is we're not trying to teach you anything here. We're not trying to sell you anything. We're literally just fucking talking.
We're literally just talking because we do this so
often.
We do. I think that's how we figured it out.
Yes.
I think that's why the podcast came to be, because we were out on my patio just talking.
Yeah.
And we're like,
God, right,
we already do this every single day.
Like, I think because now that we're older, again, I think everyone knows this. When you get older, it's harder to like find time to hang out with people, because when you have full-time jobs, you have other people in your life. It's harder to make time and like see everyone.
Yeah.
So like now, once we catch up like once or twice a week, like we're sitting down and we're talking. Sometimes there's not like new shit to talk about, but like we always find something to talk about.
There's always something. There's
never,
literally
like,
always something. We are never just like sitting. I mean, and if we are, because I think that's healthy too, is like we're sitting there like on our phones or something, but it's like there's always something. Like even if it's stupid.
Yeah, when we went out the other day, we had just like some sangria.
Our favorite.
Oh my god, it was so fun.
We should do a drunk episode.
We should.
Like, not God. Hammered. But like,
are you gonna get drunk?
Buzzed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I get in my moods. So I'm not a drinker.
I have to peer pressure her, okay? I promise you, like, I'm not being rude, but I have to.
No, but like, I also haven't had like, I don't think I've been like drunk.
When's the last time you were drunk?
College.
That was like, how? So what?
That was like
that was that was the bar crawl.
Oh,
that was the last time you were drunk.
Yeah, the last time I was like
that was
hammered.
our spring bar crawl.
Yeah, right before graduation.
So like April.
2023 though.
Right?
So it's only been like a year.
Yeah, it was a year.
That was the last time I was like really drunk.
That's crazy.
Like,
I was pretty drunk last week.
That was so out of pocket.
I had to shove it in her face a little bit, so
I don't care.
Peer pressure her to do it, guys. I have to.
Like,
it's just what I have to do. But I don't actually peer pressure.
No, she doesn't. Like, I've been peer pressure before.
I accept her.
Peer pressure me. She's gotten better. But like, I just like don't enjoy feeling drunk.
No,
like, it's not fun for me. I literally like people are like, oh, I sleep so good when I'm hammered. I'm like, how?
Me.
Like this one likes the roller coaster of like laying down.
Because I don't get hungover. I don't know why that is, but I just really don't.
God's favorite.
Like I get heartburn and I get a headache. That's the extent. Like I haven't, again, knock on wood, I haven't like thrown up from alcohol in a long time. Like maybe like high school. No, I'm kidding.
That's
college.
A lie.
It's like
that's
junior
a lie.
Junior year.
I think it was senior year when you had that big blue margarita.
What? That wasn't senior year.
Yeah, it was.
Was that senior year?
Oh no, I think
that was junior year.
Junior year.
Yeah, so I think junior year. Yeah. That might have been the last time I thrown up.
Okay, well, I don't remember the last. I think mine was the bar crawl.
Oh yeah, you were really unwell.
But I threw up like.
But I think it's tough with the bar crawl. Like I personally like day drinking a lot more than going out at night because I just can't hang. Like I get tired. It's not just like the alcohol. I'm just like I'm a tired 23-year-old. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but I just am. Yeah. So like I like to day drink, but for that sense, like we didn't have breakfast. We had no water.
Dude, I tried to eat.
Yeah, but like it's hard because we left at like
when you're
like
9
a.m.
for like 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing with us is like we are not like conditioned or we have no tolerance. Like Gina's a little bit more of a heavyweight than me, but like it doesn't even matter because when you start at 10 a.m. and then you finish at like we got back at like 5.
And people wanted to go back. A lot of people went back out. We had
our Portillo's. And I threw up like about 20 times that night.
Passed out.
It was so bad.
I just went right to sleep. I was so tired.
But like I don't sleep good like that. Like me and Gina are like I feel like
that's the
Gina
difference.
And Kylie is like we like to go get like an appetizer and like 2 drinks and then we're totally good.
That's the best. It's just getting a couple drinks.
A little head buzz
and some appetizers.
And a cute little.
Because we just like to we're girls, okay? Yeah. We're just girls. We love to dress up and be cute.
That's like that's what I look forward to out of life. Yeah. Like you gotta romanticize your life.
We look like gremlins all week. We just want to have one night where we can be a little cute.
Be a little cutesy.
And catch a little buzz. Just a
little tiny buzz.
Nothing crazy because again, it's just her and I too. We have to be careful of our surroundings. That's another thing too. It's not like we're
literally just us.
We can't like have a whole like group with us. I mean, we can. We just don't.
That's like during the day.
Yeah.
That's an activity for like daytime.
Like, that's our favorite.
Yeah. Absolute sucker for that.
Gosh, how do we get into this conversation?
And this is what happens with us. Like we just end up somewhere and we're like, oh.
But I think because we were just like talking about how we figure out how to start the podcast, just like talking.
Oh yeah.
But that is what happened. Like
we
were just like this is what we do. We sit down and we talk, and we're like, why not just fucking Film it.
Life's too short.
Like, why not?
Like, why not add another thing in 2024 that I just never expected myself to do?
That's the truth, because it was kind of end of 2023, but, like, I'm not an impulsive person at all.
Me either.
We both aren't. Like, we are by the fucking book. Yeah. Like, we are super routine. We have to plan things out. We have to overthink it so much before we actually go through with anything. But I think both of us,
we heard this idea and we were like, yes.
Yeah. Like that's we never did that before. We never
hesitate. Like, we always hesitate before we do something. We think about it.
Yeah.
But like, one of us said the idea.
Yeah.
Maybe it was my sister.
Oh, yeah,
but like, we were like, yes, like, we're doing this.
We're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, that's just the mood for this year.
Literally.
Like who cares?
Just do what makes you happy and like,
we're not harming anyone.
No.
Like, we're just having fun, and I love podcasts. I love listening to them. I love things that I can just turn on and be, like, it's just mindless. I don't like, again, this is not to teach or to take anything away from us. Like,
again,
we're just talking.
unsolicited advice.
Right. So that's what this is. It's just hearing other people talk. I love hearing different perspectives on life, and I think that's also what we're going to be able to give you guys.
Yeah.
Even though I know we're only 23 and we haven't been through that much, but I feel like we've been through enough, and especially with, like, people our age, they want to, I think I'm nosy as fuck. I don't know.
This one gets the tea, and
like,
I'm a sponge.
I love hearing all the shit. So you guys are gonna get to hear all the fucking shit here.
It's so ironic for me because I'm like the most private individual.
It's so true. When she said she wanted to do it, I was like, you're not gonna do it.
Sure.
I was like, she doesn't like to talk in front of a camera.
I don't.
She doesn't like to share much about her life.
It's very ironic, very different for me. But again, it's like, why not?
Right.
Like, why not do something different?
No, I mean, I'm down, but
like,
I know she's like,
I know.
I was like, this is amazing.
Like, why not?
But I know this was not normal for Kylie.
Listen, I'm not gonna share like the nitty gritty details of my life.
No.
Like, there's things that I need to just take to the grave with me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But like,
it's a lot of things.
Or just things that like just don't need to be on social media whatsoever.
But like, I think you can share your experiences.
Yeah, because that's what I want to do. That's like what I want to eventually do with my career is like just tell people. Like,
that's exactly.
And
we both love helping people.
Yeah, and if I could say like one thing that like, again, because I feel like this year has been so like, I personally feel like I woke up on my 23rd birthday like a different person.
And 24 is gonna be great.
25 is my year. We've been saying that since we were like what, 20?
I think
because we had such a bad year 20.
Yes.
20 sucked so bad.
I think we've been saying like 25 was gonna be our year. We're turning 24 this year, but I think 25 is our year because it's just like.
It just feels right.
It just,
we're 30.
We're manifesting it mostly, but we also just, like, feel like it's the one.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But like you said, it has just been so transformative.
Yeah, so it's like, if I can say something, not that, like, again, Gina and I are not making this podcast intending to, like, reach the entire world.
Or to, like, solve your problems or to, like,
but, like, there's things that I have learned this year that I wish somebody told me that have, like, helped me just like carry on.
Yeah.
Like, there's things that have worked for me, things that have not worked for me, but I feel like, and again, like, at the very least, just looking back on it and being like, I was at this point in my life when I was 23.
It's kind of like just like an open diary.
It is.
Which is kind of cool. Kind of invasive,
Gina
but kind
and
of
I
cool.
will probably at like 40, 45 put this on a big TV with our kids and then drink to it.
Oh my gosh.
Because we're both going to have daughters.
Yes.
And they're going to be best friends and we're going to watch them grow up together.
We're going to make sure we have them at the same time if we can.
We're literally going to get... Never mind.
I don't know what you're going to say, but that's okay.
I'll tell you later.
See, we're going to have to be able to, like, keep things in. I'm sorry, guys. We can't share everything. But just know...
It's not that deep.
It's just know that we will get into a lot of, like, our past. Because I think it's fun.
It's fun.
Like, we're not going to name drop shit, but, like... I think we should just go down memory lane a lot of times.
And we have, like, the funny thing about us is Gina and I have receipts for everything. Like, we'll tell you guys about, like, certain times, like, parties and stuff, and then we'll pull up pictures.
Oh, like, my God.
Gina has, you and, like, one of our other friends just has pictures from everything. I'm like, was that my life?
No,
like, was I actually...
My Google Photos is always, like, out of storage.
Yeah.
Because there's so much.
But that's, like, how you have to live.
But, like, I also have my old phone from, like, 7th grade.
See, that's
that
golden.
Is in my drawer that obviously doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
But those photos go way back.
That's, like,
way
my
back.
iPad.
Yeah, your iPad has the old.
When we used to take pictures in my court.
Oh, my God.
How, like, we have receipts for, like, every single, like, event. Not even event. Like, not even a big thing. But just, like, the little parties or, like, the little, like, like, if we say, it's like, oh my God, on this day, it's like, there's probably a picture or a video to back it up.
I mean, just think about how many things you go through from like 3rd grade till the end of college.
Because we went to the same elementary, junior high, high school, and college.
And also keep in mind, like, we don't live in a small town by any means, but, you know, there's the same group of people. Yeah. The same people, you're sharing the same experience. Like, it's just funny.
It's funny.
It's really funny. So we'll share all of that. I think that's a really, just like a fun way to go back down it.
Yeah.
While also documenting it.
Yeah.
Again, for my brain that forgets a lot.
It's kind of like YouTube.
It is.
Like, you know how people create vlogs and they're like,
yeah, we'll put this on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's like when people are vlogging like a certain day of their life.
Oh, I
love
like, that.
Oh, like, so I can look back on this day when I'm like 50.
Yeah.
Like, that's so special to me.
I know. I just saw a girl who like started YouTube when she was 13 years old, and she like looked at her first video when she was 13. I was like, how cool is that?
I kind of want to like force my kids to do that.
I know. Well, I had a YouTube channel.
Well, I know.
Do you remember that?
I do.
That was like, I was doing Bath and Body Works hauls, and I was doing makeup routines. Oh my god, I think my name was like Makeup Forever XOXO or something. I was such a makeup guru back in the day. But anyways, we do have to wrap this up because it's looking like the camera's gonna die. And that's okay though, because again, we're learning. We haven't really figured all of this out just yet. But this is actually a lot for our first episode to have a camera, because most people, you know, don't have that even on the first time. So
well, we're just learning as we go. So anyways, we are so excited for this. We hope, like, at the very least, maybe it can make some people laugh.
Yeah, if anything. Yeah. And if it's only just for us, we're good with that too.
Yeah.
If that's all it is, then that's perfect.
That's all we need.
We're excited for this. It's going to get really good, and we're going to get really deep. And
yeah, and I think we're planning on having a different episode each Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, don't hold us to it, but we're thinking every Friday.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have any, you know, broken hearts out there if you look on Friday and it's not there. Okay, we're just learning, and we might have a lot going on in our lives, and we're figuring it out. So I hope you guys are excited for this journey with us. Yeah. It's going to be really, really fun. So cheers. We'll have we're supposed to have cocktails with us and like mocktails. We will next time.
Those are coming.
But this was just
this is a work in progress. So
thanks for listening.
Yes.
And we will talk to you guys next time.